Thousands of women die every year in South Africa as a result of backstreet abortions. Others are left traumatized by the botched procedures and may not be able to conceive again. The eThekwini municipality is clamping down on bogus doctors who are using lampposts and perimeter walls and fences to advertise backstreet abortions. Despite abortions being legal in South Africa, women across the municipality continue to turn to bogus doctors offering pain-free quick fixes. Between 1997 and 2007, there have been 56,445 abortions in South Africa. 3,883 were performed in KwaZulu-Natal. Health authorities say thousands of illegal abortions take place every year. Sadly, these only come to light when things go horribly wrong. According to the Choice of Termination of Pregnancy (TOP) Act 92 of 1996, as well as the Advertising Standards Authority of South Africa (ASA), the abortion pamphlets stuck across the city are misleading and illegal.
The Act stipulates that termination of pregnancies may only be performed at places approved by the Minister of Health. Anyone advertising unregistered abortion facilities and any woman who makes use of these facilities is considered an accomplice and can be criminally prosecuted.
The Choice of Termination of Pregnancy Act also entitles one to have a free abortion at a government hospital or clinic during the first 3 months of pregnancy.
The problem is not just a health department issue. It should therefore involve various other units and departments. They should all have input in fighting these illegal abortion services. Other spheres of government should also be engaged on the issue because the problem is not only limited to Durban but nationally as well.
As part of the urban renewal program, our aim is also to deal with operational issues within the inner city, and one such program is to rid the city of bogus doctors. This program started somewhere in 2009. We realized at that time that these doctors were a menace in the city, and fetuses were being found in bins and public ablution facilities, and most of the victims were also teenagers, some of whom were university students that were going to them. These students that were going to them were quite desperate, and they wanted to hide their pregnancies from their families and thus engaging in the services of these illegal abortionists.
The reason young people prefer not to use government hospitals and clinics is due to stigma attached to unplanned pregnancies. But the bogus doctors exploit these young women and often charge more than the legal institutions. They use unsafe ointments and oils and procedures on naked patients, and this is just not acceptable.
Council has now set up a task team and has roped in the SA police force to conduct a more aggressive approach.
As part of the program to get rid of the abortionists in the city, we held training workshops, and these training workshops were for the Metro Police officers and South African Police Service officers. The program was to train them and to equip them with knowledge and information as to how to do an arrest and what to find in these premises. Our second program included removing stickers and posters that were stuck on bins, light poles and other buildings in the city. And we then also went out on a very aggressive educational campaign in making the community aware about these unsafe and illegal abortions that are conducted in the city.
Recently, a Ugandan operating an illegal abortion clinic was arrested. He was charged and convicted of impersonating a doctor, contravening the Termination of Pregnancy Act, being in possession of Schedule 5 drugs, as well as 2 counts of sexual assault.
We also used line departments to assist us in removing these stickers and posters, and one of the departments was the Durban Solid Waste Department that was used to remove these stickers and posters. What we must know that putting up stickers and posters in the city is illegal and it's not allowed. Similarly, distributing of pamphlets in terms of the bylaws is also not allowed.
The community, together with business, need to become vigilant to ensure that the advertising stickers are not pasted on street poles, bins and other public places. It is illegal to put posters or signs without approval from our signage department. Sticking posters on council property is also prohibited. In addition to being illegal, misleading and preying on vulnerable women, the posters also contribute to litter in the CBD. One cannot advertise illegal services. We will, together with SAPF, apprehend the culprits. The removing of stickers and posters will also be justified.
Although the law allows abortions to be performed within the prescribed time, what is quite important that we do not encourage it. in the city. Our advice to females or teenagers who want to terminate the pregnancies is to use the public services like government hospitals, clinics, legitimate clinics like the Marie Stopes. Because at these clinics, it's done under sterile conditions. You also have pre-counseling, aftercare and after counseling that is given to the patients.
The government services are free. By using bogus doctors, you're contravening the law and placing your lives at risk. You may not be able to conceive again. You may bleed severely and even die as a result. If terminations are botched, babies may be born with abnormalities.
For more information, contact the City Health Department on 031 311 3555 or your nearest clinic.